Welcome back, everyone, to our ongoing journey through the course.
It's great to be here with all of you again.
Whether you're just joining or you've been with us all along, welcome. We've made our way to lesson 149.
A significant one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So today, our aim is to really unpack it, understand its principles, and see how we can apply them.
Sounds good. Let's get into it.
Okay. I'll read the lesson first, as we always do. My mind holds only what I think with God. When I am healed, I am not healed alone. Heaven is the decision I must make. When I healed, I am not healed alone. That directly points to the interconnectedness we talk about so much.
Right. My healing, your healing, it's never in isolation. It affects the whole because minds aren't separate entities.
Which leads into heaven is the decision I must make. Not a place we go to later, but a choice available right now.
A choice for that state of inner peace, for aligning with that unified thought system.
So pulling out the core ideas here. Our real mind is one, unified with God's love, changeless, inclusive. Any division we feel, that's not our true nature.
It's the illusion.
And because of that unity, our healing is a gift to everyone. It helps align us and, by extension, others with that shared peaceful thought system.
And the choice, we have to consciously choose heaven, choose peace, unity right now. Reject the illusions.
These ideas really crystallize themes we've been exploring all along.
They absolutely do. Unity, shared healing, the power of present choice. These are cornerstones of the course. Lesson 149 brings them together very clearly.
So let's think about what this looks like in practice. How would someone who's really living Lesson 149 go about their day? What would mark their experience?
Well, one thing you might see is a kind of deep inner peace or clarity. Not necessarily being emotionless, but having an underlying sense of trust.
Trust in what, specifically?
Trusting that inner guidance that comes from being aligned with love, with truth, seeing emotional ups and downs as maybe temporary weather patterns rather than the fundamental climate.
Okay, so making choices from a more centered place, less reactive.
Exactly. Less driven by fear or needing to control everything. More stillness, more confidence that comes from that connection to something larger than the ego.
And if healing is shared, then this inner state would naturally ripple outwards, wouldn't it?
It would have to. Someone living this wouldn't necessarily be trying to fix others, but their very presence would carry a healing quality.
How so? Through their actions.
Through their gentleness, maybe. Through
Like
kindness, integrity. Just by being a presence of peace, they naturally uplift situations and people around them. Relationships might soften because they see the other person as part of the same whole.
That makes sense. It's less about doing and more about being.
Your inner state contributes to the collective. It's a quiet, profound impact.
And this idea of heaven being a decision made now, that feels crucial.
It really shifts the focus, doesn't it? Away from striving for some future paradise.
Right. It's about choosing peace now, whatever is happening externally, recognizing illusions for what they are and opting for what's real, what's eternal.
Which means everyday moments become the practice ground. Irritation, judgment, anxiety, they become cues.
Cues to choose again.
Opportunities to pause, question the fear-based thought, and choose the thought of peace instead. It's cultivating a kind of quiet strength rooted in that connection.
Okay, that paints a really clear picture. Now, we've got a couple of great listener questions that tie right into this. Ready for the first one?
Let's hear it.
All right. Someone asks, doesn't saying my real thoughts are not my own make it sound like I'm a zombie or something? I think many people might wonder about that initially.
It's a really understandable question. It touches on that fear of losing oneself, losing individuality. But the Course isn't suggesting that at all. It's actually pointing the way out of a kind of zombie state, the state run by the ego's repetitive, fearful scripts.
So the ego is the autopilot, not the connection with God.
Exactly. The thoughts you think with God aren't foreign commands being beamed into your head. They are your authentic self, your core being loving, creative, peaceful. That's what emerges when the ego's noise quiets down.
So it's not about losing your mind, but finding your real mind.
Finding your real mind. The Course even uses analogies suggesting it's more like, say, jazz improvisation. You're co-creating with divine wisdom, not just following rigid rules. Your unique creativity, your intuition, they actually flourish in that alignment.
So these real thoughts are inspired, powerful, coming from love, not control.
Right. And think of it this way. God's thoughts aren't replacing your thoughts. They're revealing your true thoughts, the ones you have when you're not afraid. It feels like remembering something you always knew.
So we're letting go of the false narratives, the fear, the guilt, the separation.
Yes, we're waking up from that autopilot of fear into clarity, freedom. Much more alive than a zombie, I'd say.
That's a much more empowering way to see it. Thank you. Okay, second question, and this one is very down to earth.
Okay.
I just started keto to lose weight, and I get so hungry before it's time to eat. I know the course isn't about stuff like this, but I really struggle. Many people can probably relate to this kind of everyday struggle.
Oh, absolutely. And while the course doesn't give diet plans, its core teachings offer so much insight here.
How so? Where would you start?
Well, the foundation is you are not your body, you are spirit. Your worth, your peace isn't tied to your weight or what you eat. Remember, I am not a body, I am free.
Right, but that doesn't mean ignore the body.
Not at all. The body is neutral. It's a communication device, really. It can serve fear or it can serve love. So caring for it ideally comes from love, from kindness, not from punishment or control rooted in self-attack.
That's a key shift. So looking at the motivation behind the diet, is it self-care or self-punishment?
Exactly. And the Course suggests that feelings of lack, like intense hunger, can sometimes point to a deeper hunger, a spiritual hunger, perhaps.
Explain that more.
When we feel deprived physically, it might mirror a place where we feel deprived emotionally or spiritually. Am I feeling a lack of joy? Connection, rest, safety. Sometimes acknowledging those deeper needs can shift the intensity of the physical craving.
Interesting. So the hunger might be a signal for something beyond just food.
It could be. It's worth gently exploring without judgment. The Course reminds us there's no inherently right or wrong food plan in truth. What matters is the mindset.
So moving away from seeing it as a struggle, as potential failure.
Yes. And instead, inviting the Holy Spirit's perspective, asking for help to see it differently, approaching it with peace as the goal, guided by love, not fear.
So less about willpower and more about willingness to see it with love.
Precisely. Maybe love suggests adjusting the timing slightly. Maybe it suggests more self-compassion in the moment of hunger. Releasing the guilt is key. Allowing spirit to guide the way. Nourishment happens on all levels.
That perspective can turn even a simple hunger pang into a spiritual practice.
It really can. An opportunity to listen with love.
This leads us beautifully into applying this.
Yeah.
Let's take that keto question and imagine our listener. Let's call him Jimmy.
Okay, Jimmy.
It's 11 a.m. Lunch is until 1 p.m. on his keto plan. He's feeling that intense hunger, stomach growling, energy dipping, and that inner critic starts up. You shouldn't be hungry, weak, no willpower. We've all heard that voice.
Oh, yes. That voice is rarely helpful. It just adds stress.
So applying the course principles.
Huh?
Step 1, shift the inner dialogue. Instead of spiraling into self-attack, Jimmy could pause, breathe.
Create some space.
Silently ask for help. Help me see this differently. Let go of the attack thoughts. Just notice, okay, I'm feeling hunger, there's tension. Maybe bring curiosity. What's really going on here? Is it just physical? You might sense that underlying emotional need we talked about.
That pause, that non-judgmental observation is crucial. It interrupts the ego's automatic program.
Then, step 2, invite love in. Ask, what would love do right now? Not, what should I do according to the rules? But what does love suggest?
And the answer might be surprisingly gentle.
It might be. Be kind. It's okay. Nourish yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe that means a small, appropriate snack. Maybe it means taking away, doing something calming. The point is, he's listening with compassion, not fighting himself.
That shift from battle to compassion is everything. It's applying gentleness, just as the Course teaches. True change comes from that space.
And step 3, reframing the whole thing later, maybe journaling. My body isn't the enemy. Hunger isn't failure. I'm learning to listen with love. Peace is the goal, not punishment.
That reframing is so powerful. He didn't fail the diet. He used the hunger pang as a doorway back to alignment, back to love, back to presence.
It reminds me of that core teaching. Seek not to change the world, but choose to change your mind about the world.
Exactly. He changed his mind about the hunger, which changed his experience. He acted from love, not fear.
And that choice for peace, even over something seemingly small like hunger, that's the miracle, isn't it?
That is the miracle. Every single time we choose love, choose peace over fear, we're experiencing heaven now. We're remembering who we are.
All right, friends, what a journey this was into lesson 149.
You felt like we really unpacked it today.
We did. We saw that thinking with God isn't about being controlled. It's about liberation, creativity, finding our true selves.
And we explored what living this lesson truly means, that inner clarity being a healing presence, making that daily, hourly choice for peace.
And thanks to Jimmy, our example, we saw how even everyday struggles like hunger on a diet can be transformed into moments of connection with spirit, moments of choosing self-compassion.
It's a reminder that the practice isn't separate from life. It is life. Every moment holds that potential.
So today was about remembering we're not separate, practicing kindness towards ourselves, and choosing heaven right here, right now.
With powerful work.
Listeners, you're doing it. Seriously, you're showing up, you're questioning fear, and you're choosing again. Keep going.
We'll be back soon to explore the next lesson together.
And if you have thoughts, questions, or just want to share your experience, reach out. It's ACIM@theworldharmonyproject.org.
You can also find us over on TikTok at The World Harmony Project.
Okay, until next time.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, I'm going to see if Jimmy wants a snack.